you're in your 30s, you probably feel fine. Your energy's good and you're performing well. Life's actually pretty solid. But then you catch yourself on a Zoom call or catch yourself in the mirror, and there's that moment. You look tired. Not terrible, not aging badly, just more worn down than you actually feel. Like your face isn't keeping up. And if that's you, there are 5 main reasons why this is happening. And here's the part that most men miss. These 5 reasons compound on each other. Once you actually understand them, fixing this is actually pretty straightforward. Now, it's not about vanity, it's about looking like you've got everything together, which you do. Your face just hasn't got the memo yet. So let's walk through exactly why this happens and what actually works to fix it. This isn't happening because you're suddenly old. It's happening because your 30s are when multiple biological shifts start to happen at once. Your collagen starts declining at about 1% per year from your mid to late 20s. So by your 30s, your skin doesn't bounce back the way it used to. Your cell turnover also slows down. In your 20s, your skin used to renew every 28 days on average. In your 30s, your turnover rate is more like every 35 to 40 days. And as you get into your 40s, 50s, and beyond, it slows down even more. That's why skin typically looks duller as you get older. Your hormones also shift. Testosterone decreases at about 1% per year from the age of 30. Meanwhile, your 30s is a time when work and family pressure typically increase cortisol, your stress hormone. And on top of all of that, the years of accumulated damage finally start to become visible. The sun exposure from your 20s, harsh soap, lack of moisturizer, alcohol, cigarettes on a night out, all start to take effect too. All of those micro damages were happening before, you just didn't see them yet, but now you do. But here's the good news. This isn't an irreversible decline. It's 5 specific fixable problems. And once you understand what they are, you'll know how to actually address them. And before we get into it, I wanted to let you know that I've created a free guide that breaks all of this down and gives you the solution for you to follow for free. Now, I haven't been paid by any of the brands I'm talking about. I'm simply doing this to see if I can get 100 people to download the guide that I've created. If I can, I figure this is a good problem for me to focus on, and if I can't, I'll probably move on and try something else. So let's reset. Okay, reason number 1. You're probably still actively damaging your skin every day without realizing it. Not dramatically, quietly. These daily micro damages compound over time and make a significant impact on how you look. Here's what I mean. Hot showers. Long, steaming hot showers feel incredible. They also strip the oils from your skin, dehydrate it, and increase redness. If you're washing your face at the start of a hot shower and then standing there for 10 minutes in steam, you're undoing any skincare you did the night before. The same goes for when you cleanse your face in the sink with hot water instead of warm. Dirty pillowcases. You spend 6 to 8 hours with your face pressed against fabric. If that fabric is covered in oil, dead skin, bacteria from last week, you're undoing your evening skincare routine and a lot of the progress you could be making. Most men change their sheets every 2 to 3 weeks. Your pillowcase should be changed twice a week minimum. Flipping your pillow over after you've slept on them or swapping your pillows around can help you go longer before needing to wash them. Even better, invest in silk or satin pillowcases, which reduce friction as you sleep and don't absorb as much moisture. It's something that has a bigger impact than you'd think. Over cleansing. Some people I've spoken with go the other way and start washing their face 3 to 4 times a day in pursuit of clearer skin, thinking more is better. But that's not sustainable over the long term, and it actually strips your skin and makes the problem worse. Using the right cleanser and warm water in the morning and evening is all you need. I go into more detail in the guide link below. Using bar soap or body wash on your face. Your face and your body are not the same. Body wash is designed for thick skin on your back and legs, not the thinner, more sensitive skin on your face. Using harsh soap strips your skin barrier, creates tightness, and makes you look dull and flat. Alcohol-heavy aftershave. The rule I follow is if it burns, it's damaging your skin. That refreshing sting is literally irritation. As a broad rule, alcohol-heavy aftershave strips natural oils, dries it out, causes irritation, and can worsen razor burn, especially for sensitive skin, leading to a cycle of dryness. Using the right cleanser or warm water in the morning and evening is all you need. I'll get into more details in the guide link below. Now, none of these feel like a big deal in the moment, but when you do them every single day for years, your skin never gets a chance to recover. And that cumulative damage is what makes you look tired even when you're not. Which brings us on to number 2. Your skin barrier is probably compromised and nobody has ever told you. Most men in their 30s are walking around with a broken skin barrier and have no idea. So what is the skin barrier? Think of your skin like brickwork. Your skin cells are the bricks, and your skin barrier, the layer of oils and proteins on the surface holding everything together. If the mortar breaks down, the wall stops working properly. And when your barrier is compromised, you get tightness, dullness, redness, and that tired, worn down look. So what breaks down the skin barrier? Everything I mentioned in reason number 1, but also not using moisturizer. Most men don't moisturize. They think it's optional. It's not. Moisturizer reinforces your skin barrier, reduces water loss, and keeps skin functioning properly. Without it, your barrier slowly degrades. The right moisturizers to select are of course in the guide below, but you can also watch my video around here and I'll break them down for you if you prefer. Dry environments. Office air conditioning, heating in winter, long flights, all of these pull moisture out of your skin faster than it can replace it. So that's something to be mindful of if you spend a lot of time in these environments. Because most men don't realize that dehydrated skin looks tired even when you're not. It looks dull, flat, older. Shaving trauma without recovery. Shaving is controlled trauma. When you drag a blade across your face, you remove the top layer of skin. If you're not supporting your barrier after shaving, moisturizing immediately, avoiding alcohol after shaves, you're making the problem worse every time. And once your barrier is compromised, it makes what we're about to talk about next have an even bigger impact. Which brings us on to reason number 3. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your 20-year-old self made a decision that's showing up on your face right now. Not wearing sunscreen. Maybe you wore it a bit at the beach, maybe on holiday, but daily, probably not. And UV damage is cumulative. Let me show you what I mean. This is a photo of a man who worked as a truck driver for 28 years. Look at the difference between one side of his face and the other. One side, the side facing a window, received years of sun exposure through the glass while he was driving. The other side didn't. Same person, same genetics, same age. The only difference was decades of UV exposure on one side of his face. Now here's another example. A different truck driver's hands. One hand constantly on the steering wheel in the sun, one hand mostly in the shade. The difference is dramatic. And here's what matters for you. This didn't happen overnight. This is 28 years of normal daily sun exposure. Not beach holidays, not sunbathing, just driving, working and living. You're probably getting similar exposure right now without realizing it. Sitting by a window at work, driving, walking to meetings, UVA rays, the ones that cause this kind of damage, penetrate glass. They penetrate clouds and they're damaging your skin right now, even indoors when you're near windows. Most men don't realize this until their 30s. By then, years of damage have accumulated. It doesn't show up overnight, it builds up over years, damaging collagen, breaking down elasticity, and creating uneven tone and texture. Then, in your 30s, it becomes visible. Not as dramatic one-sided damage like the truck driver, but as dullness. Fine lines around the eyes, uneven skin tone, the kind of thing that makes you look more worn down than you feel. But here's the thing nobody mentions. This is actually reversible, if you address the next one properly. Reason number 4. Your face is a direct reflection of what's happening inside your body. And if you're in your 30s, you're probably juggling a demanding job, travel, family, stress, and everything else that comes with life. And that starts showing up on your face. Here's how. Poor sleep. Your skin literally repairs itself at night. Your growth hormone secretion peaks during deep sleep. And growth hormones stimulate collagen production and cellular repair. If you're consistently getting 5 to 6 hours, or broken sleep, or poor quality sleep, your skin doesn't get the recovery time it needs, which results in you looking tired. Dehydration. Most men don't drink enough water. They drink coffee, maybe some alcohol, Pepsi, Coke, but not much actual water. Stress. Chronic stress increases cortisol. Cortisol increases inflammation, which slows skin repair and makes your skin more reactive. If you're going through a stressful period at work, big pitch, tight deadline, whatever it is, your face will show it. This isn't always an easy one to fix, but even basic things like getting outside, proper sleep, and not letting stress compound can make a measurable difference. Diet, which brings us on to diet. Your skin is an organ. It needs nutrients to function, and certain foods create inflammation that shows up on your face within hours. Now, I'm not saying to eat clean all of the time or never have a takeaway. I don't think that's realistic, sustainable, or enjoyable. But understand what's happening. High sugar and processed foods spike insulin, increase inflammation, and make your skin more reactive. If you're eating a lot of processed food, high sugar, or an inflammatory diet, your skin is in a constant low grade stress state. So, the foods that show up fastest on your face are excess sugar, which causes inflammation spikes, high sodium processed foods, which cause water retention and puffiness. Dairy, for some people, can trigger breakouts and inflammation, and alcohol. And the foods that help are protein, leafy greens and colorful vegetables, healthy fats, omega 3s from fish, nuts, and avocado, and water. And you don't need a perfect diet. You just need to understand that what you eat shows up on your face, often faster than you think. Which brings us on to what is probably the most frustrating one of all. You've probably tried to address this before. Maybe you bought some anti-aging eye bag creams that flashed up online. Maybe you purchased one of those Bulldog moisturizers. Or maybe you tried one of those retinol products because you heard they were the best things that would make the biggest impact. And then you applied it to your face hoping for results. And one of three things happened. Either nothing happened, you used a product for 2 to 3 weeks or no visible change and quit, or your skin got worse. It got red, flaky, irritated, sensitive. You thought maybe this is working, pushed through for a bit, then gave up because it was too uncomfortable. Or the third option, you saw slight improvement, then plateaued. Things looked a bit better for a couple of weeks, then stopped improving, so you moved on to the next product, hoping that would be the answer. Here's why all of those things happened. You approach skincare a bit like a newbie at the gym. Newbies tend to approach the gym without a plan, hit random machines, try everything at once, and wonder why nothing's working. Whereas if they had a structured program targeting specific goals, they'd see returns in a fraction of the time. It's the same with skincare. That's why I created the Reset, Repair, Protect framework linked below. Now, I'm not trying to sell you anything, and I haven't been paid by the brands that I talk about or suggest. I'm doing this because I've set myself the challenge to see whether I can get 100 people to download this guide that I've created. If I can, I figure it's a problem worth focusing on. If I can't, I'll probably move on and try something else. It's really quick, simple, and easy. It takes about 5 minutes in every morning and every evening. So once you get your head around it, it's really not a hard thing to follow. Or, if you prefer, you can watch me talk you through it over here. Thanks, and I'll see you there.